Hello again, everyone. My name is James Shotwell. This is Music Biz, and right now you're about to watch an interview that I did with Jason Singer, better known as Michigander, earlier this week. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Michigander, they fall in that realm of indie, pop, rock, things that you would hear both at a Starbucks, but also on a long summer drive with your closest friends singing at the top of your lungs. And his latest EP, Everything Will Be Okay Eventually, is absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite releases of 2021. I think it's going to be yours as well. And here, Jason is going to tell us about the creation of the record, what he's been doing for the past year, his excitement regarding upcoming live events, including a show with Mount Joy later this week, and so much more. It's a really great, really funny chat, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this conversation. It's Wednesday, May 5th right now. We're hanging out 2 days before, I think, is it your first show back?
First, we played a drive-in with Mount Joy in Chicago last August. So second kind of show. First show where people won't be in cars.
Yeah, I went to a couple drive-in shows last year. I saw Mark Rebele. I saw a stand-up comedy show. Didn't get to just see like a proper band. What was it like for you being the person on stage just looking at cars?
It was weird. I mean, there was a sound system which was nice. So there's big PA and it amplified the music, which was really good. I'm glad that was a thing. Yeah, no, it was really nice to play, and people were honking instead of clapping. So hopefully people clap on Friday instead.
I really hope one day someone does a live album from a drive-in concert just for the honking at the end of every song.
That would be funny. I wonder if anyone has done that.
I don't think I mean, I've seen some like videos bands will do like, oh, we play, here's a clip, but I want the live album that just every song ends with honking.
Every song ends in honking. Yeah. The most emotional song ended with an abrupt honk. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Just someone on the verge of tears on stage for 5 minutes, followed by wah.
Yeah.
Yes, these are the things I dream about. So tell me, like, how are you feeling about this going into it? So it's an exciting time. You just got the EP out not that long ago. This is the first show with the new material out into the world, and it kickstarts hopefully the return of some level of normalcy in the world for you as a musician. So how are you feeling about everything?
I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm like happy. I'm normally a sad person, but I'm really happy lately about everything. About life, about music, about the return to something. I'm just excited. Overall, excited about everything. Like no complaints at all. No complaints at all. I'm just stoked and happy to be doing what I do. Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful, man, and it makes me happy to hear it because you've been working at what you do so long. Before we get too much into the new stuff, I want to tell you that I really appreciate your TikTok presence.
Oh, thank you. I suck at it. I'm embarrassed by it.
Listen, every artist I talk to and I compliment their TikTok presence, it is the exact same way you are, and I think that's really funny to me. But yeah. I feel like you've gotten the hang of it. You make some fun stuff.
Yeah, a little. I gotta be funnier. I need to be more funny. I recently announced a giveaway for this guitar we're giving away, and we announced that like today, I teased it last week, and I got like 5,000 followers on there. Okay. So now I feel like I'd have a little bit of a following. I don't know if they're going to stick around, but I'm just going to start doing more of what I want to do instead of trends. And I don't really want to do anything on it. So maybe I'll just let that die out. But I enjoy viewing TikTok. I don't enjoy making TikTok.
Yeah. I used to have one. So I did a few videos for our YouTube channel about, the popularity of TikTok and trends on TikTok and stuff and how artists can use it. So I had to make some videos about it, and I made some TikToks to put into the videos that people would then go find on the app and be like, I saw this, but then I deleted them all. And now I just watch TikToks. Yeah. I have no interest in being followed.
Yeah. I just enjoy watching it. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like I should be there because it is the social app I probably spend the most time on these days.
Yeah, I think same. I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch TikTok. I don't stream anything. I just watch TikTok for 20 minutes and I'm good. Good to go to bed. Weird.
Go to bed, or sometimes I take my dog out and they're just sniffing around, and I'm like, cool, I got time for like 10 talks right now.
Yeah,
I'm just hanging
totally.
out. Well, you're doing good stuff on there. People can find you on there. I wanted to plug it here because I've been enjoying it. I think that you make really amusing pitches for why people should listen to your music, and that always makes me smile.
Well, thanks.
I like the different ways people do it. Some people try to do like if you love all this stuff, you'll like us, and other people do it like a diary, and yours is just it's so very you, which is what I think makes it a success.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for the compliment.
You understand the need. I don't know if you are purposely doing it, but there is a consistency in all of the ways that you present yourself across all the platforms and everything, where it's like,
oh, well, thanks.
I feel like I know who this
didn't
guy
notice.
is.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's why I love that you're playing with Mount Joy, a band that I love for similar reasons, where I feel like in a world clustered with acts, every time I hear something they make, I'm like, that can only be them doing this thing. And it's so much a part of who they are. And I feel like your music, in a little segue here, if you will, does the same thing, where I'm like, I don't know this person personally. We're working on it. We're here right now looking at each other. But I feel like I do, because when I listen to your music and I see all the things you put online, I'm like, oh, this seems like a person that I just like, a character in the sitcom of my life that I just don't see that often.
Oh, well, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm always wary about if it's connecting. So thanks for
doing it.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
Well, it's clearly connecting, man. I was talking to somebody about you the other day, another music business person, and they had just discovered the EP, and they're like, that guy has 400,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. That is insane. And I was like, that is an impressive number, but well earned. He's been putting in the work for years. But I feel like with this new EP, I feel like the bar of people paying attention seems to have like jumped up over the last year or so.
It's weird. I felt like I put out Letdown, and like in the last summer, and it charted on the radio, and it's like played in Kroger, and it's like I don't know. That's really cool to me. It's I hear it in restaurants and places, and so that's cool. And a lot of people found it because of that song, and I hope they stick around for the other songs too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really stoked that people are starting to pay attention, because I feel like I've been doing this for like 5 years, which really isn't that long. That's how long a lot of people go to college, and 4 or 5 years. And I feel like I just maybe graduated college, and I'm like ready to do the real career job now. So hopefully that is some sort of true, you know. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like watching as an outsider, that EP was a big moment, but I feel like the steam has been, maybe it's because I'm in Michigan, so you have a different level of like fandom here. I think maybe
I actually have fans here, which is cool. I can go to in Michigan only, and Chicago. I can go to places and people will recognize me, and I go, "Hey, thanks, that's so cool." But I never get any free stuff. I want free stuff. I haven't got any of that really yet. I got tacos. Chacos sent me free tacos last year. That was the coolest thing. But besides that, I haven't gotten any free stuff. I want some free dinners or something, you know?
Yeah, you need one of those like Topo Chico mini fridges. I see some people.
Yeah, I want that. How do I get that? That's amazing.
Know, man. I keep seeing artists get them. I don't even know how to get them, but I see them and I'm like, dang, that's cool.
I gotta tweet them. I love Topo Chico.
Yeah.
I want their hard seltzer very bad. That they just came out with.
They also just came out with a regular orange flavor that's like non-alcoholic that I would love to try.
Ooh, I would also love to try that. I'm a White Claw guy, so I would like to have a cooler seltzer.
Yeah.
And if I White Claw guy, I mean I have one once a month.
Listen, I think that qualifies. You qualify.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the EP. Quick shout out. I think Saturday is an underrated song. People need to get on that and how good it is. But that's just how I feel about the EP. It's my favorite track on it. It's great. I mean, I like Letdown. I'd love seeing it out there. But tell me, the title seems very befitting of our times, which sounds like a very rote question to ask you at this point because it's been out for a minute. But tell me a little bit about, making this record over the last year and how you reached the point where you're like, this is the title for me.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I mean, like last year was supposed to be my year. Like it was supposed to be like put out this EP, play all these festivals, do all these tours, do all these things that are like bucket lists, like literally written on a bucket list in my journal. And like, I'm doing all these things this year. Amazing. And then like I've opened for Bernie Sanders in front of like 5,000-10,000 people. And I'm like, this year rocks. And the next week it's all done. Like it's done. And so I was like, this sucks. But we'll be fine by the summer. We'll be fine. We're playing Lollapalooza this summer. We're gonna do it. And no, it didn't happen. Obviously, but I just kept telling the guys, like, especially my guitarist Jake, I was like, everything will be okay eventually. Like, it sucks right now, but I just like kept saying that. And then I made these stickers that are like on. I have nothing to show with them on it right now, but they're on everything I have. And they said everything will be okay eventually. And it was this design, and I was like, I'm gonna make these stickers and sell them for like $4 and then donate all the money to like Music Cares or to charity. And so I did that, and people just like loved the sticker, and I was like, I love this sticker. It was like happy chance I just made this. And so I took the sticker, and I was like, and one of my managers was like, that should be the album artwork. And I was like, that's cool, because the title I wanted to go with the album art too. So we just kind of rolled with it, and yeah, I'm stoked about it. I'm like, it's everything about how it was made and how it sounds and the songs and the songwriting. I'm like 10 out of 10 happy with. I think it's like my best work, and I think it's a perfect set of songs that flow really nicely together. And I normally wouldn't say that about any of my songs, but this one, yes, perfect. I think it's a perfect group of songs together.
I feel like that feeds into what you just said about feeling like you've like graduated to the full-time career where you're like, now I write songs that go together.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Midland was kind of like a hodgepodge of songs for that EP, and the second one was like very specific amount of time. Like I wrote it when I lived in Kalamazoo, and it's all has like the same sound, like all the tones are the same, and like that was all done on purpose. Like we want all the songs to sound cohesive, sonically, and this one is like not that. Well, I mean, it might be cohesive sonically in a way, but like musically speaking and thematically and just vibe wise, I feel like it's just one complete set of songs. And like from this, like it starts with better and ends with together, and like that's kind of like a thing, like we're better together, like with people, you know. And like I have like a coda at the end with the birds singing, and I've always wanted to do something like that. And like I don't know, I'm like so proud of it, and I'm stoked about everything about it. Yeah, I went out a little tangent there, but I haven't
it's good
said that out loud yet. So yeah,
I love to hear it. And it's the sameness of an EP inspired by living in Kalamazoo. It fits the city of Kalamazoo. There's a lot of sameness going on there. I love it. It's a great place. But yeah, it's also just a place.
Yeah,
it's a city. It's a weird city in the grand scheme of at least Michigan cities, and I guess maybe all of them, where you're like, I don't really know what you are. Like you're halfway between a tourist destination and a town,
college town, and everything. Yeah.
It's a good energy. So tell me, you're coming off this EP is now out in the world. I'm sure it was pretty scary to put out an EP, even after a year of being in lockdown. So many artists have shied away from doing the release during this time. You decided to go ahead and go forward with it. It seemed like people were receptive to it. It's done pretty well. People are still talking about it now. Do you feel like are you happy with the reception thus far?
Totally. Yeah. It just feels like it doesn't stop. I don't know. Like we were supposed to put it out in summer last year, and then we pushed to the fall, and then we said, let's push to the spring. Things will be good by the fall for us to get back on the road. It's whoever guessed that hopefully is correct. And I think they are. So yeah, I don't know. The reception is good. I'm really glad I spent more time on it. It was supposed to come out last year, and if it would have done that, it would not have been the thing that it is today. Like it's not the thing. Like if we would have put it out a year ago, it would have been a totally different thing. So I'm glad I waited and worked on it longer, and spent time on it.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about, you've done a better job than a lot of artists, I think, in terms of you you smartly surround yourself with individuals who know how to do their job as well or better than you know how to do your job. And by that I mean you have a
Better.
great publicist,
Yeah.
you have a great manager, you've done the thing that I think keeps so many really good acts from going to that next level, which is finding a team. You've assembled your Avengers, and I'm wondering
Yeah.
if you could speak a little bit about that. You know, like what is your approach to engaging to finding the right people to be a part of the Michigander family?
I think it took like I wanted a team since day one, like since I knew the teams existed. Like I was like, oh, I need an agent to play show. If I want to open for Coldplay, I need to find an agent. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff, like in high school. And so it was always something that was at the front of my mind is like, I can go so far on my own, but I can get way farther with people who are better at what they do than I. And I'm like, even in my band is like, we have an extra guitarist playing this show this weekend, who's a phenomenal like musician on his own. His name's Dylan Grant. He's in a band called Young Ritual, and he's playing like an extra guitar with us, which is something I've wanted to have for so long. And after rehearsal, he's like, "You have the best band," and I was like, "I don't." I was like, "They're all so much better than me, and they are so good at what they do." And I like feel like I may have tricked them or something into playing with me because they're all so good. And I'm not just saying that. Like I don't know. I just always I like to surround myself with people who are better than me. Just one, because it helps me go farther, and one, I just like to learn. I love learning from people. And that's always what I'm trying to do.
I think that's really genius thinking. I mean, so many people are like, we're just going to hire our friends and then we're going to be, you know, we're all going to lift each other up. And it's like, I mean, that works very rarely, but the smarter play is hire people who can help you become better as well. Not just like, because in the other version where it's like, I'll just hire all my friends, then it's like you become the crux where it's like, if I don't know how to do everything, it's all going to fall apart. And you've done it the opposite way where it's like, I'm going to just learn how to do it by hiring people, though I surrounding myself with people that know how to play better than me or do PR or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, they're all, no, I mean, most of them were friends first, before they were like in my band specifically, like they are definitely were always just friends of mine. So, yeah.
No, I really love watching like I said, the way that it's built up over the last year. You mentioned hearing your song out in the wild. You know, I've had a few conversations with people that would find themselves in that predicament, like the guys in American Authors telling me about seeing commercials where Best Day of My Life is playing and having to be like, shrink down. What's it like for you? Like, tell me, can you remember the first time you heard one of your songs like in the wild?
It sound like CMU's public radio. I remember like having the radio on, hearing it. The weirdest one, the one that always comes to mind, I don't know if I've ever told the story, is I was in Kansas City, Missouri. That's where that is. And but there's also Kansas City, Kansas. So I guess Kansas City, Missouri. We were playing a show. We were walking to a coffee shop. And we're walking inside. And then I remember hearing a song play of mine. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then another one played. And I was like, uh-huh. I had to look over at the barista and they're like, hey, we're coming to your show tonight. And I was like, okay, cool. And then as I'm sitting in this coffee shop, song after song, they just played my Spotify basically in preparation for the show, I guess. So that was like the weirdest one, but it's always like, it's so cool. Like I was in Kroger and I like walked, I was like with my girlfriend and I didn't pay attention. She like came running out of the aisle. She's like, listen, like, what? Like 2 hours apart, and she's like, it's your song. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And everybody was like, what is this guy doing? So that was that happened, and that was fun. But it's really cool. It never gets old to me to hear it. Yeah, it's exciting.
I love the idea that like in typical music business form, you've heard your own song so many times that hearing it like randomly in the wild, you don't necessarily pick up on it till somebody else is like,
dude, I had no idea. I like if she wouldn't have said anything to me, I would not have known that it was playing. No way. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
Good on her. Now it makes you wonder if you've been where else you've been that it's been playing and you were just like,
yeah,
it's just my brain thinking about the songs.
Right. Yeah. which bums me out because I've definitely purposely gone to like Trader Joe's and Kroger when I heard it was happening. I gotta go there and like spend a lot of time here just in case I hear it. But it's exciting nonetheless.
Absolutely, man. So what's next? So we've got the show this weekend with Mount Joy. We're doing the pod thing. I assume there's more pods in the future for you, but like, is the rest of the year looking promising to say the least?
I don't think there's any more socially distanced shows coming up. I think we're basically just I'm like making the next record already, which is exciting. And I am writing a lot more with other people, but I mean, truthfully, we're just kind of waiting till end of summer, fall when we can go back and do it the right way, and hopefully be in crowded rooms together, which will be weird, but it's really, really exciting.
Maybe some new crowded rooms because of the ebb and flow.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay with me. I'm ready for something new. You know,
I mean,
excited.
I'd love to see you at the Pyramid Scheme. I'll see you at the intersection. Whatever's open.
Yeah, Pyramid Scheme will be there. We're gonna play it in the fall.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah. There we go.
It's on the books unofficially. Well, yeah, it's on the books. It'll be happening this fall. So
now we just need if we can find a new venue in Lansing, we'll get you in there too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, both of them are gone, I guess.
Yeah. Well, one officially and one kind of just like quietly, like we're just not doing it anymore. But yeah. There's a gap there.
Yeah, interesting.
Now we're just getting really deep. Let's getting super niche and nerdy. Being like,
you got me really sad now.
Now I just release you like, oh, that was fun. But no, it's man,
you know, I was really happy earlier. Now I'm not. Yeah.
But it seems like to me that you're in a really good place right now, which is really what I want to get to in a conversation like this. You know, what fascinates me about your career more than anything, especially over the last year, is that, you know, I've talked to a lot of artists who are either just starting out or have been successful for a long time, and they've both kind of navigated the last year in their various ways. But I haven't gotten a chance to talk to a lot of people who are like as you put it yourself, you were halfway through taking that step to the next level when they were like pulled the step away from you, and they're like, you gotta wait. I'm just gonna put you on ice for a year. And it's been crazy to see you kind of figure out how to navigate it.
Yeah. I hopefully we didn't lose. Hopefully we didn't miss out on our chance, you know. That's always something to think about. I don't think we did, but it is something that's a little scary, truthfully. But I don't think we did. I think I'm just kind of getting started. I feel that's how I feel. There's a lot of pent up energy right now. So I think the show is going to be, as long as it doesn't get rained out, I think the show is going to be a monster of a show.
You shut your mouth.
No rain.
It's like a 40% chance. It's fine. It's not going to happen.
Yes, I know. It'll be fine. Hopefully. Yeah. Everything will be fine, hopefully.
That's the next EP?
Yeah, it's really bad. It's not good.
I think it should just be a trilogy of releases. Everything will be okay eventually, and then the next one should be like, maybe everything will be okay eventually.
Maybe not. It's called Maybe Not.
Yeah, maybe not. And then the last one is, okay, actually it is.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Buy my merch.
But then, like in parentheses, it's like not great, but we're getting there.
It's just not great, but fun.
Yeah, we're still having fun.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, this has been a ride. I've appreciated it a lot. People that don't know the new EP, which we've discussed at length here, Everything Will Be All Right Eventually. Everything Will Be Okay Eventually. I didn't want to give them the wrong title. You can look it up anywhere. Michigander on Spotify, on all the services, wherever you get music, on TikTok, as we just said. And you got a good presence everywhere. So give them the Twitter follow, give them the Instagram follow. Easy enough to find. There's not a lot of Michigander handles out there. So it's Michigander Band, I think, in most cases, if there needs to be something.
Yep. That's right. Yeah.
Jason, did we not cover anything?
I think we covered it all. Yeah.
Yes. That's the energy. Thank you.
You're welcome.